So today we're talking about olive oil, the health benefits of it, best sources, and how to use it. Unfortunately, most olive oil on the market is highly contaminated. Could be up to, 50, even 70% corn oil or canola oil or some sort of bad oil that has a really poor oxidative stability. So you got to be careful on how you source your olive oil. You also should know if you can cook with your olive oil or not. And I'm going to address that in today's video. So you guys are going to learn the most important nutrients involved in olive oil, the health benefits that you can get from it, the best sources, and how to use it. So when we think about olive oil, we think about the Mediterranean region, and we know that olive oil originated in that area in the 8th millennial BC. And evidence has it that the production of olive oil first started around 4000 BC in the Mediterranean region. So they had olives, people were making some olive oil, but they really started to make it in higher amounts around 4000 BC. And then the ancient city-state Ebla that existed from 2600 to 2400 BC is thought to have first created the olive oil commercial industry. And when we think about the Greeks, we always think about olive oil, that Mediterranean region. They're most well known for their olive oil production in Greece. One olive tree can produce around 4 liters of oil annually. There's more than 1,000 varieties of olive oil that may be used to produce olive oil, or 1,000 varieties of olives that may be used to produce olive oil. And then when we think about like green and black olives, I personally enjoy black olives more. Black olives are fully ripe olives. By being fully ripe, they have more fat, higher concentration of fat, healthy fats, oleic acid, monounsaturated fats than green olives. But green olives are much more rich in polyphenols, and polyphenols support gut health, mitochondrial health. They keep inflammation under control. They support blood sugar stability. So getting a good array of polyphenols, extremely healthy and beneficial for your body, but you also want healthy fats as well. And so olive oil provides, good quality extra virgin olive oil provides these polyphenols and healthy fats. So it's really awesome. We know olive trees are native to Turkey, Italy, Spain, Croatia, and other parts of the Mediterranean and the Balkans. They came to the Americas in the mid 1500s. In North America, there are a lot of olive trees and olive vineyards in California because the atmosphere, the environment is very similar to the Mediterranean out there in California. It's warm. You just have this kind of the right type of weather for good production and cultivation of these olive trees. In Central America, Mexico is a common area where olive trees are grown. And then South America, you've got Peru, Chile, and Argentina. The oldest olive tree, this is hard to believe, it's 1,600 years old on the Brijini Islands off Croatia, and it still bears fruit. So when we think about the key nutrients in olive oil, I always think of oleic acid first. That is the healthy monounsaturated fatty acid. It's been shown to help improve fat burning, blood sugar stability, and insulin sensitivity. So it really helps provide a very clean energy source that's great for your brain, great for blood sugar, great for fat burning. When we think about olive oil, you should be tasting kind of a bitterness in the back of your throat. That is the powerful polyphenolic antioxidant OLEOCANTHAL. And OLEOCANTHAL is called nature's ibuprofen because it's really powerful at reducing inflammation and pain in the body. You also have hydroxytyrosol, which is another powerful polyphenolic antioxidant that protects the blood-brain barrier. And it also has antimicrobial and immune supportive benefits. You've got phytosterols in there, and these are known to be plant cholesterol compounds that improve insulin sensitivity. They're really good for hormone sensitivity in the body. We think about, like, for example, cholesterol plays a big role with cell membrane function. So our own human-made cholesterol provides that role with cell membrane function. And the healthier your cell membranes, the more responsive and sensitive they are to hormones. And so providing this sort of phytosterol or plant cholesterol has been shown to improve insulin sensitivity, fat burning, supports healthy lipid levels, and inflammation, helps fight inflammation. And then you've got vitamin E. Each tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil has about 1.9 milligrams of vitamin E, a fat-soluble antioxidant that can protect the body against eye and skin problems, and also makes your hair and skin much healthier. Vitamin E, very important for your immune system, very important for your skin, hair, cardiovascular system. And this is why, OLEOCANTHAL and these polyphenols, along with vitamin E, just really, really powerful for reducing inflammation in the body. They also have been shown to promote abnormal cell apoptosis, or the programmed cell death of aberrant forming cells, right? So it's a chemotherapeutic in a sense in the body, helps modulate and balance the immune system. So this kind of blend of polyphenols really, really helps the body, very neuroprotective, protects against the formation of dementia, Alzheimer's, mood disorders, um, headaches, right? All different forms of neuroinflammation, helps protect against that. And like I said, I mean, very good for reducing pain levels in the body as well when you're using olive oil. We know that inflammation is at the root of cardiovascular disease, and we hear about olive oil and the Mediterranean diet being so heart and cardiovascular protective. And that's because it's so good at um, stabilizing blood sugar, supporting insulin sensitivity, and downregulating key inflammatory proteins, key inflammatory markers like tumor necrosis factor alpha and interleukin 6, as well as C-reactive protein, which are associated with insulin resistance, with an increased risk of heart disease, stroke, and heart attacks. So extra virgin olive oil, also the polyphenols that are in it, like OLEOCANTHAL and hydroxytyrosol, help to activate the NRF2 pathway, which is the antioxidant defense pathway in the body, which turns down oxidative stress and inflammation in the system. So very powerful as far as that goes. Now, how do we make extra virgin olive oil? Well, the oil came from fresh olives that were pressed for the first time. With extra virgin olive oil, the reason why they call it extra virgin is that they didn't use any sort of excessive heat or chemical to extract the oil. So it's, in a sense, still in a virgin form. The oil was obtained using typically a manual method. They do use, instruments and things like that. But again, no heat or chemical used. The acidity level of the oil must be below 0.8%. The oil is perfect in terms of taste and aroma. So they have people that actually taste it and smell it to make sure. And, really the difference between extra virgin, because you also see virgin olive oil and you have extra virgin. The difference is going to be due to the acidity. The acidity is higher in the virgin olive oil. And then also on top of that, the polyphenol content, right? There's going to be a lot more polyphenols and free fatty acids in the extra virgin. So that's what we're looking for there. Extra virgin olive oil, again, contains the most intact polyphenols because it comes from the first press of the olives, and it uses cold processing, right? Remember, no chemicals, no heat to preserve the fatty acids and polyphenols. Virgin olive oil is the second processing and often uses riper olives that have less polyphenols and higher fat content. And then you have also light olive oil, which is a highly refined olive oil that has lower fat and polyphenols and is often mixed with other vegetable oils. You want to stay away from light olive oil. You want to stay away from virgin olive oil. You only want extra virgin olive oil. But unfortunately, a Consumer Reports came out where they investigated the olive oil industry, and they found that most people that are out there marketing extra virgin olive oil don't really have extra virgin olive oil in there. They have more like a light or virgin olive oil, and they've mixed it with other cheaper oils like corn oil, soybean oil, canola oil, which are very inexpensive. And, they'll mix it to where there's still kind of an olive oil flavor and aroma to it. However, it's not as strong. And of course, you've got these bad vegetable oils, inflammatory oils in there, and you have very low polyphenols. Now, the next thing people always ask is, well, if I get a really good extra virgin olive oil, can I cook with it? And, for years I used to tell people, don't cook with olive oil, cook with coconut oil or butter, grass-fed butter. However, a study came out. In fact, there's been several studies that have come out looking at something called oxidative stability. And this really has to do with the types of fat that are in the oil. So the more saturated fat and monounsaturated fat, the combination of those is going to create more stability. The more polyunsaturated fats, so kind of longer chain, multiple double bonds, the less stable the fat is going to be. So coconut oil is mostly saturated fat, so it has very good stability, but it doesn't have many antioxidants or polyphenols. So it's very low in that. Whereas extra virgin olive oil is low in saturated fat, high, very high in monounsaturated fat, low in polyunsaturated fats, and very high in antioxidant, which gives it a really great oxidative stability where it's able to prevent against oxidation and stay stable for much longer. And so if you're looking at this chart, you can see coconut oil had an oxidative stability of 44 hours, peanut oil, 37 hours, but then there was extra virgin olive oil at 34 hours. And you compare that to, for example, avocado oil, which a lot of people say, well, you should cook with avocado oil. Only 10 hours of oxidative stability because, even though it has a very similar fatty acid makeup, which is mostly monounsaturated fat, so very similar to extra virgin olive oil, it just does not have the polyphenols, significantly lower amounts of antioxidants in avocado oil, so very low oxidative stability. So peanut oil is high in oxidative stability. The problem with peanut oil is that it's very high in linoleic acid. Linoleic acid is a omega-6 fat, and it's got a very high omega-6 to 3 ratio. And that sort of fat can really drive up inflammation in the body. So I'm not a big fan of cooking a lot with peanut oil, although it does have good oxidative stability. Another measurement you can look at is polar compounds. Polar compounds are produced after heating. You want the lowest possible percentage of polar compounds, ideally under 5% when you're frying. Now, when you're frying, it's almost impossible to get under 5%. However, when it came to comparing, I believe this was about 10 different oils. They had extra virgin olive oil, coconut oil, virgin olive oil, peanut oil, avocado oil, olive oil. So that would be like the light version of olive oil, rice bran oil, sunflower oil, grapeseed oil, and canola oil. Which one produced the least amount of polar compounds? It was extra virgin olive oil, 8.47%. So it's in the good range. The best ideal is under 5%. Second best is between 6 and 12%. So it was right in there. Coconut oil was right behind it at 9.3%. And then virgin olive oil was at 10.71, peanut oil at 10.71. Avocado oil was at 11.6% polar compounds. And you look at something like grapeseed oil, a lot of people will say, well, grapeseed oil has a high smoke point, kind of like avocado oil has a high smoke point. But grapeseed oil produced 19.79% polar compounds, which is really bad. Okay. Canola oil was even worse at 22.43, but that's just really bad. We want to avoid those oils. Do not cook with grapeseed oil. Don't cook with avocado oil. Cook with extra virgin olive oil or coconut oil or grass-fed butter. That's really the takeaway from that. So when you're cooking with extra virgin olive oil, again, a recently published research paper assessed these supermarket oils. This is really a review of what I was just saying. Extra virgin olive oil was the most stable of all of those ones tested. It yielded lower levels of polar compounds and trans fats when compared with other oils like canola oil, grapeseed oil, rice bran oil. Those ones they perform the worst, and they produce very high levels of polar compounds and trans fats. So, again, this shows extra virgin olive oil and coconut oil are the best plant oils to cook with. I'm also a fan of grass-fed butter. Tallow, beef tallow can be really good as well. Now, what should we be looking for when we purchase olive oil? You only want to purchase extra virgin olive oil, not light olive oil, not, virgin olive oil, only extra virgin. Look for IOC labels on the seal or company that provides testing data. Okay. So you want to make sure that it's been tested and the labels are on there so that the batch has been tested. The harvesting date on label should be within 3 to 6 months at the latest. You want it as fresh as possible. The longer the oil stays on the shelf, the more it loses polyphenols. Now, one way we can protect against this polyphenol loss is by having it in a super dark glass bottle to protect the oil from oxidation. Light is an oxidative element, so we want to protect it from that. So having it in a dark glass bottle is very helpful there, and that protects against it. But ideally, again, you're getting an olive oil that was bottled. It was produced and bottled 3 to 6 months at the latest. If you're consuming an olive oil that, was within 3 months that it was created, you're getting the highest levels of polyphenols if it's a really good high quality one. So with that said, guys, if you're seeing extra virgin olive oils, that let's say an average 16.9 ounce bottle is $10 or less, it's not really extra virgin olive oil. Okay. The most nutrient dense ones are going to be between $40 and $50. Okay. And I know that seems like a lot, but I am telling you, extra virgin olive oil may be one of the most important things to invest in when it comes to really high quality, healthy fats, as well as polyphenols, right? One of the best things you could be consuming on a regular basis. Very important to get a high quality form of extra virgin olive oil. Again, most extra virgin olive oils on the market are processed a year before they're consumed. They have very low polyphenol counts. Many are diluted with refined vegetable oils that create more health problems. So again, you want to make sure that you are doing your research, finding the best quality extra virgin olive oil. Do not just go out there and buy the $10 bottle, at your local grocery store just because it says extra virgin olive oil. I wouldn't trust that. You want to make sure, again, dark glass bottle, that, you're looking at the harvesting date, you're looking at the IOC label. Okay. That's important. Now, where I get my olive oil from is fresh pressed olive oil. This is the best. Okay. TJ Robinson, he's the olive oil hunter. He goes all over, all over the world looking for the best quality olives and picks them in season. They press them and they're always fresh, right? So you get olive oil that was bottled literally like a month before, right? So like when I get my olive oil, every quarter I get 3 bottles and it was pressed like a month ago. And so it's super fresh, the best quality stuff. Artisan farms, they use highest antioxidant levels, great flavor and texture, and independently lab certified. Again, IOC certified to be 100% olive oil. And they have a special offer for my listeners here. You can actually click the link that's associated with this podcast. If you go to the show notes and you look this up, or if you're watching this on YouTube, just go to the link that's in the notes and click on the link, and you can get a free $39 bottle of extra virgin fresh pressed olive oil. All you do is pay $1 shipping and no commitment to buy anything now or ever. And so that way you can try it out for yourself and you can taste test it against whatever olive oil you're having currently, so you can really understand the quality of this form of olive oil. But my family, we love it. We use a lot of olive oil on a regular basis. So I would recommend getting, roughly 2 to 4 teaspoons a day minimum of extra virgin olive oil, unless you're fasting, of course. But you can put it on salads, you can put it on meats, okay, different things like that. But be sure to get this sort of olive oil into your system. So powerful, so good for your body. So check out those links, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this special training on olive oil, and we will see you guys in a future online training. Be blessed, everybody.